Pro-Beijing supporters in Hong Kong are criticizing the United States. Dozens rallied outside the U.S. consulate. They were expressing their displeasure at the Hong Kong human rights bill. CGTN's Nathan King is there live in Hong Kong with the latest. Nathan.
Yeah, Elaine, the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act passed by the US Congress, signed by US President Trump, still really dominating the political discussion here this week in Hong Kong. There was a rally outside of the US consulate by pro-Beijing supporters, very angry at what they said was interference by the US in internal Chinese matters. And of course, that followed the pro-Thank You Trump rally over the weekend. You know, there is a lot of debate here in Hong Kong about how much effect, if any, this act will have, considering the US president said, look, if it interferes with my powers or relations with China, I won't implement certain bits of it. But Chief Executive Carrie Lam very much saying that it will have some effect. Let's take a listen.
Now, to us, of course, there will be an impact. This is a foreign government which is taking such a measure. It undermines confidence and creates an unstable and uncertain environment because businesses will be concerned.
Yeah, so basically Carrie Lam saying there the uncertainty because the US has to have an annual review on the special trading status of Hong Kong could further slow investment. But there's other provisions of the act that also concerns a lot of pro-Beijing people here, which is essentially seeming to support some of the violent pro-democracy supporters, for example, granting visas whether you've committed a violent act or not to the US. They think that may encourage more violent behavior. But in terms of the economic impact, it's probably just the sheer lack of confidence and unwillingness of people to invest until they know how this is going to turn out. And of course, that's going to take the minimum of a year going forward, Elaine.
And, you know, you're mentioning the economic uncertainty in Hong Kong. What more can you tell us? What are you seeing, if anything?
Well, you know, it's at a crossroads right now. We just had the budget delivered for going forward for the next fiscal year at the beginning of the week, and essentially Hong Kong looks like it could be still in a recession next year at the low end of expectations, 0.7% GDP growth. That would be a contraction, and it's going to run its first budget deficit ever since 2004. So Carrie Lam, in addressing the media in the last few hours, has also said, look, we are going to have more stimulus packages for Hong Kong residents. Now, that's going to be those most affected by the process at the lower end of the income scale, but also there's going to be some other stuff, although we haven't got it yet defined, about encouraging small businesses. But the numbers don't lie, Elaine. You know, when you have a drop of like 30% in tourism from mainland China, 26% from the rest of the world, hotel occupancy here plummeting towards 50%. It's really the political limbo, the demonstrations that are dictating the way this economy goes.
All right, Nathan King live for us there in Hong Kong.